Hey there, you're here. Here we are reading another chapter from the book Be Weightless, Like Your Body, Love Yourself. And today we're going to read chapter 5, Grip Your Steering Wheel. And I am your reader, Karen Wilson. If you like this channel and what it serves, be sure to subscribe. There's a lot of really cool stuff coming your way. But for now, let's just dive in. Chapter 5. Grip your steering wheel. It's backwards to you. My whole world changed on a rainy day in November when I gripped the steering wheel and drove into a world that was unknown to me. I had no idea how, but in my gut, it felt pretty big. I was on my way to a fitness instructor certification. I had known this format for years. I had practiced it with DVDs in my basement, and the program got me in the best shape of my life. The opportunity came up to be one of the first Canadians to be certified in the format. It had already been going strong in fitness centers in the US for about a decade. There would be instructors there from all over the country and maybe other enthusiasts like me. I had never stepped foot into a live class before, at all. My first time in a group fitness class would be a certification. I had been an online health and fitness coach for a couple of years and achieved my fitness theory to better help my clients. Could I actually teach this live? I mean, really, who's going to take classes from me? I gripped that steering wheel so tight at sometimes I think I may have left marks in it. It was winter and I hated winter driving. Even though I had years of practice as a delivery truck driver, it was just not in me anymore. It had been a while. Traveling alone to the big city was new for me too. Again, it had been a while. I got to my hotel, pulled out my instructor handbook and the instructions the master trainer had sent me, and I read it all over again. I plugged in the address where I was supposed to go for training into Google Maps and headed out to find it and grab some dinner. I wanted to be all set for the morning. I really don't like being panicky and late. The morning came and I walked into a full room. The master trainer, Zach, was absolutely amazing. He made me feel like I belonged there. He saw me. Even though I had never taken a live class, I had practiced all the signature moves and I had practiced the format for years. I knew what I was doing. Even though I didn't know the 32 count, I walked out of there with all the tools I needed to practice and teach with the certification in my hand. I did it. I made it happen. I was a fitness instructor. Zach challenged us all to go out and get a job in a fitness center if we didn't have one already. Well, hello, that was me. Don't wait until you're perfect, he said. You become great by practicing with your students. You will create your atmosphere and you will unleash an experience like none before. I stayed for a few moments after class to ask a couple of questions about how to approach a new gym in my town. He shared with me a great plan of action. Call ahead and ask the gym who is in charge of hiring fitness instructors. Then arrange a meeting or an audition. He said some gyms will want an audition, so be prepared for that and at least have the warm up and one or two sections ready to sample. But first, create your wish list. Write down the top 3 places where you want to teach. As I drove home, I listened to the choreographed music and practiced the 32 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, now I start to cue. 1, 2, 3, 4, now I start to cue. The 8 count is times 4 is the 32 count. I was ingraining it in my head. Then I sobbed like a baby, just so damn proud of what I had just done and also scared of what I was about to do. About 2 weeks later, I had my list and I was ready. It was the last week of November. I called my top choice, Jenny, at Lifetime Fitness, the gym to be at in our small town. She asked me to come in that afternoon. I didn't even call my second choice. I prepared my talk. All I was going to ask her was the process and the qualifications I needed to be considered for being hired as an instructor in her establishment. That's all. What are the steps? Then I can go and do them. When I walked in, it was busy, so she asked me to come in and sit down around the corner at the desk. Then, when my moment came, she swung around in her chair and, in a very inviting, friendly way, said, "So tell me, what's on your mind?" I explained this format was new to Canada. I was one of the first to be certified in this licensed format, and I said, it's high energy, funky music, a little kickboxy, a little dancey, energetic, and fun. I then told her I was very new. I had my fitness theory, and I'd never taught a class before. This would be my first one. I was incredibly honest about being brand spanking new. I said, I was wondering, what are the steps to take to be considered to become an instructor here? Is there an audition or an application process? She said, when can you start? Anytime, I said. Okay, she replied. Can you do a preview the week before Christmas for our members? A free class to get everyone excited. Then we'll get you on the schedule for the new year. We discussed days and times, and she said, okay, we're all set then. Let's make a date and time to come in, and I'll show you around. You are welcome to practice here too. Thank you, thank you, thank you, I bursted, for trusting me with your members. I won't let you down. I walked out to the car, got in, and said out loud, holy shit, what just happened? I celebrated with my family. We were so excited and over the moon proud. But now I have to be it. I practiced hard. I practiced until my legs felt like they were going to fall off, and then I practiced more. When the night of the preview came, the class was packed. I didn't know how to mirror image style teach yet, so I faced the mirrors with the class. If you are reading this, or if you are watching this, and you were there, I'm so sorry. What a shit show that was. I was so nervous, I forgot my cues. I was holding people in the wrong moves for a long time because I forgot what came next. The choreography was coming out of my mouth, did not match what was coming out of my body, or not in the right order at least. I was indeed the most awkward person in the room. But what I did have was enthusiasm and passion. I learned that night that teaching fitness with actual people in the room was way harder than the imaginary people I was queuing to in my basement. I hadn't yet learned it well enough to know how to stay in the game with distractions and seeing people's faces, knowing I was causing awkwardness. I could see it in their faces. The second night of the preview was much better because I had a chance to fix some of the unforeseen mistakes I had, practicing deeper in the places where I was stuck. Rave reviews were made. The energy of the instructor, the music, the laughs. It was a sure win. The laughs, right? The laughs. Then came my first day on the schedule, my first real day of teaching. I got to be the first class of the new year, bright and early, 6 a.m. The night before, it snowed a few feet, and I'm not kidding, it was the biggest snowfall we'd seen in years. Barry and I were up at 4:30 a.m. shoveling to get me to class on time, and I'd barely slept the night before. I was wearing my snazzy workout gear and even had a little makeup on. This was it. This was the day it was all about to start. As I navigated through the dark, snowy streets on the way to the gym, I recalled the number of people at the gym on preview night. I imagined how many people would be in the room. I got excited. My stomach was in flip-flops. I had done a much better job at practicing and even got a few sessions in at the gym. I walked in the gym and it was quiet. Everyone must already be up there waiting for me. I mean, I was early. The girl at the gym counter greeted me. Oh, you are the new girl. Crazy snowstorm, eh? For the first Monday in January, it's pretty quiet in here. I giggled. Yes, but all us hardcores are here. I ran up the stairs and still had 20 minutes before class started. I put my music on, put my cueing notes on the floor in a spot where I could see them, and I was ready. I wait. Nobody. It must be the snow. They might be late. I wait. By 10 after 6, I think maybe I know, nobody's coming. So what did I do? I started the class. I imagined it was full. I cued like it was full. I kept watching the door. Someone is going to come. I did the entire class by myself. Then I went down to the desk and the girl said, "How was it?" I held back my tears and I said, "No one came, so I just practiced." I held back my tears until I opened my back door and my family shouted, "Congratulations! How was it?" Even though I knew it was probably the snow, I was scared it was because I sucked at the preview and that it was obvious I was an amateur. The next week, I had 3 in my class, all friends who I cherished deeply for getting out of bed and joining me in a torture session so early in the day. One of them was even bold enough to say out loud, "I have no idea what you are asking me to do. I'm so confused." I knew I needed to break it down. I remembered when I began this fast paced workout on my own in my own basement with the DVD, I didn't know my left from my right. I got frustrated. It took me weeks to actually get a good workout in because I was so awkward. Is that what I'm doing to them? That 6 a.m. morning slot, it didn't last, but my 4:30 p.m. class became a hit, and with time and practice, I got better. I learned from my students how to teach. I made the format ours, and we built it together. They caught on faster than I did in my basement, and we celebrated every milestone together. They built me. Soon I was teaching mirror image style and had comments like, "Karen, your cueing was so on point today. I don't even need to look at you." My heart swelled. That class made me go from good to great. I wouldn't have improved without practice, and they enabled me to grow into the vision I had for myself. I could have let my limited belief win, but I had to have time to learn and grow and understand the journey before me with practice. I also learned that it wasn't me being perfect that made me a great instructor. It was my imperfections that allowed me the gift of co creating experiences with the people in the room. I was there for them to shine. It wasn't about me. From time to time, there would be a drop in numbers and class sizes. In the small town I live in, that could be anything. My master trainer, Zach, taught me to never ever walk into a room and say, "Where is everybody?" The people in the room are somebody. Manifest the same energy for one the way you with 20. Tune in to what will make that person feel like it was the best workout of their life. Customize for your people. They had to get themselves there, and they may have fought through some self-sabotage, procrastination, and even traffic. The numbers in the room are less important than how you deliver and make those people feel by the time you are done. They're part of the exchange, but it's how the interaction is made that makes the difference. You can tell yourself you are not good enough based on the numbers, but you are cheating others of the great experiences you have to offer to enrich others' lives. It's the end of the chapter, and that's also the end of the 5-chapter series. So if you want to pick up the book and get the rest of the book where we go into understanding your numbers and how to use them, the difference between inflammation and fat, why diets stop working and what to do instead. We go shopping together, simple ways to move and why you need to, body love, handling compliments, judgments, and advice from others, and of course, putting it together with your Be Weightless blueprint. Be sure to go to beweightless.ca and pick up your copy. You can either get a copy from Amazon and get a digital copy, or yeah, that's the way they're available right now. But shortly on my website, it'll also be available in audio version and PDF. And yeah, and I appreciate you being here. And I appreciate you listening to the last 5 chapters. And if you like this type of content about, liking your body, loving yourself, um, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. On this channel, I also share things about morning routines, boundaries, just setting the things up to keep your ideas in motion flowing, to keep yourself in flow with the things that you want. And just keeping wellness at the top of the game, keeping wellness in the work plan. So I'll help you write awesome things, whether that is a book that you want to write, some self-love journaling that you want to write, or even an online course to help the people that you want to help get through your content. I help you write amazing stuff. I also help you find clarity in the things that you want to do and keep wellness in the work plan. So if that sounds like your type of channel, be sure to subscribe so that you get new video content as soon as it's here. And then also I'll have all the links below this video for anything else that I've talked about in the video. All right. Thanks for being here. You take care, and I'll see you next time.